You know, it was sort of spring, summer of 1999, full-on internet craziness. It wasn't unusual for 20-year-olds to be thinking about doing something really big.
I have 3 goals for the Highline. Aside from a great design, I hope it's a well-loved park, that people in New York just love coming to it. 2, that it inspires other people that can, to start these kind of projects. The 3rd thing is I hope the project gets better after I leave. The Highline, it's a 1.5 miles. It's an old elevated rail line. It runs through the meatpacking far west Chelsea. I thought it was so romantic. Oh, you have a railroad running through your neighborhood. To them, it was, they didn't live on the wrong side of the tracks. They lived on the under the tracks. How I found about it was, there was an article in the Times that said they were going to demolish it. They didn't say anything about preserving it. And so I went to my first community board meeting, which I had never been to. I sat next to another guy who was doing the same thing. So we just sort of decided to start it together. Everyone said, well, what do you want to do up there? Josh and I felt like we didn't have to be the ones that decide that new use, but let's save it and engage people in thinking of different ideas. And so we did an ideas competition, and this is one of the winners, which was a mile-long lap pool. And again, using it as a political manifesto, making it into a prison. Then a roller coaster, another one of my favorite designs.
Neither Josh nor I had any experience in any of this. We weren't architects, we weren't city planners. What Josh and I did was we raised the flag, and then other people with expertise came behind us and helped us get this done.
We were just 2 gay guys that lived downtown, and that's who all of our early supporters were in the beginning. If you came to a Highline event early on, there was a lot of men. At the time, everyone was mostly opposed to it. And even people that thought it was a good idea said, let it be, you're just postponing the inevitable. Using the opposition as a tool, I learned to always let them speak first. Giuliani was a huge opponent. He signed the demolition order. But in some ways, I missed him when he was gone because it was a great tool. If nothing else worked, you could always say, well, Giuliani hates it. And they'd go, oh, well, then, it must be a good idea.
About a week and a half ago, and I went up by myself on a Saturday night, and I just started crying because I just couldn't believe that we actually did this, and it was really sort of sinking into me. I was not sure it would happen, but I knew it should happen. From the first time I saw the article in the paper, and I loved the steel structure underneath, and you got up there and it was a wildflower field that stretched for a mile with views of the Hudson River and the Empire State Building and the Statue of Liberty. I mean, this needed to happen.